Commission taught us that without whistleblowers, much of what we know about state capture would never have come to light, and that unless whistleblowers are protected, future wrongdoing will again remain hidden in the shadows.
The protection of whistleblowers is paramount. We must create a conducive environment, and we must ensure that they are properly protected.
So the Whistleblower Protection Act that will come before Parliament, hopefully in the early part of the year, will address a lack of sufficient reporting and will increase the instances of whistleblower reporting and report and protect whistleblowers far more effectively and efficiently, and prevent them from experiencing retaliatory action. By criminalizing retaliatory action, there are serious consequences in law for assassinating whistleblowers, as well as for silencing them, censoring them, or visiting retaliatory action or harm upon them. The aim is to encourage whistleblowing. We are also introducing bigger levels or greater levels of protection in the event of retaliatory action. We may not sideline, demote, harass, expel, or bring up trumped-up charges against whistleblowers. For example, before Babita was killed, one of the things that was done to her when she began to raise concerns about 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗱𝗲𝗸𝗶 Hospital was that she was suspended and then she was brought up on trumped-up charges. We seek to also enforce employer collective and individual accountability. So you can't hide behind the company and as an individual manager think that you will not be held personally liable. So we want to plug that hole. The other thing that we seek to do is to introduce the duty of informing the whistleblower within a prescribed period of time as to what has been done about the disclosures that they have made. And to inform whistleblowers, it'll be a legal duty to inform whistleblowers what the actual legal protections that you will afford them and that they are afforded in law.
The personal cost of any whistleblower is extremely high. And what I suffered in my personal capacity at SAA was firstly is by having gone to the CFO to discuss what was happening with this transaction advisor and the negative impact it would have on SAA's reputation. Instead, I was faced with a suspension letter, which I didn't expect. And that floored me. And the very next day, the company sent out an email to all the staff to say I committed misconduct and then lost my job. And all I wanted to do was for the ground to open up and to swallow me. Would I do it all over again? I would. I would, because I feel it's part of my personal values, my principles. So I definitely would do it. I would definitely stand up for the truth. So I would personally encourage people to speak up and blow the whistle. That they need to do for their own sanity, firstly, by doing the right thing. Secondly, is by honoring their own personal values and leaving a legacy for their family and their children. Because if you do the wrong thing, it will follow you in your life. If they're going to blow the whistle, be so circumspect about it and seek advice. Seek advice from OUTA, from Corruption Watch, from companies like the Whistleblower House or PLOF, or whistleblowers themselves like me. They can always get my number and email or find me on social media, and I will be open to chat to them. Rather go to organizations like News 24 have built a mechanism where you can give the information and you can do it anonymously. So do that, and that way you can still keep your job. The key thing is to protect your job, to protect you, protect your safety. Do it through safe sources. So I think 𝗚𝗏 has a safe source, News 24 has a safe source, and so does 𝗚𝗏. Go to their websites, do it there. I definitely believe that courage of speaking out is not enough. We definitely do need the legislation to support us.
Society must keep the pressure on through marches and public discourses. And as the legislation goes through to Parliament, there is a need for civil society to maintain vigilance to make sure that each and every clause is progressive.
If we South Africans do not report corruption, we are complicit. We are part of the corruption happening in our country, and we therefore are causing the challenges that we're seeing in our roads, in our infrastructure, in our education, in our hospitals.
We need a change, a sea change in the norms, values, and morals of South Africans. And that can be a change that we achieve through public action, through training of our judicial officers, through training of prosecutors on the importance of whistleblowing, as well as popularizing the act of whistleblowing, valorizing whistleblowers, making them known as the heroes that they are. Whistleblowers save lives, jobs, and billions of rands. They also save democracies from capture.